Computer. Okay, here's our informal Instagram stories training. So, Instagram stories is not necessarily a newer feature, but it seems to be the up and coming popular thing to do. I think mainly because this generation tends to be their entertainment, instead of watching a movie, is to sit on their phone and watch stories and be entertained that way. Tony and I were just talking about that. And so this is the kind of hot commodity right now. A couple things. First, don't feel like you have to do it all day long, 24/7, because with most people, their jobs are not going to allow that. Do it in the pockets of your day. It's just like with your regular social media. You can prepare content ahead of time and post it on your Instagram stories feed. So if you have like funny quotes and things that you've saved or inspirational memes and stuff like that, you can upload those throughout the day as you have time, and that way you're still kind of popping up in people's feeds, but it's stuff that you prepared ahead of time. So that's a quick tip for that. So the first thing to do with Instagram stories is converting your Instagram to a business account. This is something I resisted for a while, but it's really neat, the insights that it lets you do. So with a business account, that makes it a public, can you see that? Makes it a public figure account. Yeah. Oh, it's going to have you in the glare. Oh, this is not going to be good. Okay. So a public figure account, but what that does, if you go to the insights on my profile, and I'll show it to you, it tells me how many new followers that I've had. And Amanda, since you're a numbers girl, you would love this feature with Instagram. So it tells you the number of followers you have. It also tells you, if you scroll down, it tells you who is your main type of followers. So if it's male or female, what age demographic, and also the primary locations of where you are. I'm trying to get it to where you guys are not in the reflection. Dang it. And the primary location of those stories. So for me, I was surprised to find that the majority of my followers are from Greensboro instead of Winston, which is where I'm located. And my demographic is 25 to 34 and 87% women. Those were not things that I was necessarily surprised at. But it's also just really good to know. And then when you scroll down on these, you can expand more detail. So it tells you what times of day people are watching your profile, and then what days of the week are your most popular days. And that's good for if you're trying to put out stuff about challenge groups and things like that. So because my niche is stay-at-home moms, a lot of mine I'm pretty standard across the board as far as times and days of the week. But you'll see a big increase usually on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then also Thursdays, because people are bored at work and they're scrolling on their phone. So that's a neat thing about having a public profile. That's step one to being able to see your insights on your stories. So I have never played around with a lot of tags and things like that, but I did it today, and the picture that I posted in the team page showed a screenshot of my insights on my Instagram stories. So because I have the business profile, that's what pulls up when I look to see who has my stories. Does it show on your, I know you do Instagram stories, Kayla, does it show on yours, like where it says seen by 32? If you hit that eyeball,
yeah,
does it give you a little line, like graph right beside the eye and the number of people? So
no, I don't have a graph.
All right, so if you see right here, those little lines, as a business profile, that gives you insights to the story. Why? Oh, it's seeing the light from them. It's auto adjusting. This is just not cool. All right. So let me show you. So it tells me how many people swiped away from my story, how many people watched my story, and how many new followers that I got. So what I did today was I played around with location tagging. So I don't want people to know where I live, obviously, but you can tag any location. So for me, since Greensboro was a hot area for me under my insights, I tagged Greensboro in a random video of Henry. And how you do that is so pull up your phone, and you may already know this. This might just be dull news. So if you were to take a picture or video or whatnot, and then you were to add at the top, so I'm also doing this for the recording. So at the top, the little sticker, if you were to add like the words and things like that, the very first option it gives you is location. So I can pick any location. This is great if you're going to Starbucks or if you're pinning like Whole Foods or things like that. But you can pick anywhere that you want. So I picked Greensboro. I went from 40 views on the story right before to 130 views in that second one. And then the subsequent ones were higher because some of them stuck around to watch the other stories. So that was a huge eye-opener to me today. And you can't even tell that I tagged the location. All I did was shrink the text down super, super small and just hit it in the corner of the story. Okay. So that's something that I learned today. I was listening to the National Wake Up Call from this morning, but also Jatana Jackson did an Instagram story training on Beachbody Champions page, which is money. So the thing about Instagram stories is do what you're able to do. Don't feel like you have to make every Instagram story a glamour show. So with Jatana, every single thing that she puts out on Instagram stories is a production. For most of us, that's not real life, and we can't operate that way on Instagram stories. A couple of things I'm realizing is if I have more than 2 to 3 15-second clips, people end up swiping away. So keeping your point, concise and to the point, that kind of thing. So do y'all know how to use the fonts and all that stuff? Or okay, let's go through that. So if you want to pull up a picture in your library on your phone, you're going to swipe down, and that's going to pull up all your camera roll. So if I wanted to put up a picture of me being dumb, I can put that right there, and I can also squeeze it in, and that shrinks it to where you can see the whole picture. So if you had a long ways picture, like a lot of my videos are long ways, so I can either expand it in to where it goes like that or shrink it down. Now, if you wanted to add text, do y'all have your phones pulled up and we can walk through it? Yeah, okay. So pull up a picture, and I'm going to walk you through how to edit on your picture. So you got a picture on there? Okay. Up at the top right, there's the capital and lowercase a's. So if you hit capital and lowercase a's, it gives you a screen that looks like this. Up here at the top is your font selection. So let's type, we're going to say, hey girl. It will just give you a generic, is that backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Gives you a generic, font. Whereas if you keep clicking, why is my phone doing this? It's auto adjusting. Hold on. How do I take that off?
I'm thinking that maybe because you have a business account or whatever, that yours is different, because I don't have that option at the top. I don't know if you can see. Well,
yeah, that's what mine used to look like. So have you updated your Instagram to the newest version?
Maybe not.
Check that. I'm trying to turn off the auto, whatever. This is so frustrating. Okay. Anyways, hopefully it'll cooperate. Okay, so if you probably don't have the newest version of Instagram.
I have not updated my phone completely. Maybe
that's it. You should be able to have it, because I've seen it pretty much anywhere. So when it does that, it gives you the option of which font up at the top. Hopefully, yeah. So up at the top, you can hit classic. You keep hitting it, and it gives you different options like that. And some of them you can do blocks. So like up in the top left, there'll be a little A with some stars. That gives you the option to block it out. And then you can take it, and by pinching it together or expanding it like that, you can make it big or small. And that's pretty much how that works. Same with stickers, and I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. You hit this. Okay, Amanda, sounds good. You hit the little sticker button, and it gives you all the options for the stickers and things like that. The new one, do you have the GIF option now?
Yeah.
You do? So I wonder if it is then, because that came with the update that gave me different fonts. So I wonder if you have to have a business page to have the different fonts. I really don't know, but I would play around with it and see. So if you search in the GIFs, it gives you, is that how you say it? Is it GIF?
That's how I say it.
GIF? Okay. Donnie's saying GIF, like the peanut butter. Okay, so that gives you an option, if my phone isn't stupid, it gives you an option to search the different automated GIFs. All right, what other questions did you have? Because Kayla, I know you've been playing around with it. Amanda, did you have any questions that you want me to answer before you go work out? Sorry, I'm making you unmute yourself.
Questions. I really just need to get my Instagram, I guess, back up and going because I closed it down due to spousal stuff. But.
Yeah, and it's something you do. What I have learned in social media is don't stress yourself out trying to figure out a new platform. Just as you have time, add it to what you're doing and post the same content on your Instagram that you're doing on your Facebook. I don't recreate anything. I don't think that there's a need for that. So Instagram stories just gives you people an opportunity to sneak peek into your life. So I think that's the appeal to it at this point. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good workout. Kayla, what questions did you have? Because I know you've been messing around with it.
So how do you change it to a business account or whatever you call
Profile?
it? Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to type the little man in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Let me see what options it gives you. Okay, I can barely see it.
Yeah, no.
Does it give you an edit profile option?
Yeah.
Okay, click that and then see if it gives you an option to switch to.
Try Instagram business tools.
Yeah, that's it.
And then just I guess starts walking you through. It says welcome to Instagram business tools.
Yeah, and it's super painless. There's nothing. It literally just changes your business account. It will no longer, this is something to know, it will no longer auto post to your personal Facebook page. So if you had a business Facebook page,
okay.
It would automatically post to that, but it will no longer. So if you're posting the same things, then you'll need to post on Instagram and then on your personal. So I usually just copy and paste.
Yeah, okay. I haven't done that in a while. Usually I'll put it on Facebook first, and then I've been copy and pasting it to Instagram.
Yeah.
So that won't bother me.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So that's really the main thing. So as far as video clips and stuff, because I know that's something that a couple people have asked me. So if you scroll, if you're acting like you're getting ready to put up a story, and you scroll to the hands-free option, if you hold down the hands-free button, it will give you a 3-second window to get set up. So a lot of times you'll see me where you don't see me like reaching to start the button at the beginning of my video. You just see me standing there and I'm right there.
Right. Okay, I see that now. Yep. That's a good one because I was curious about that.
Yeah. As far as workout videos, what I do with those is I record those on my phone and then I actually go into my photos and edit the video to the clip that I want, and then I'll upload it to my Instagram. Because I don't know how, if you can, I don't know how to pick which part of the video. I just know that it gives you the first 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do that yet. On my list of things to do. But so in things to think about when you're tagging location, hashtags and location are two things that are good to use in Instagram stories, because people can follow a hashtag now instead of necessarily following a person. So you might pop up in the boy mom hashtag story. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I'm even if you write it super small and put it in the corner of your Instagram story picture, it's still tagging your picture.
Okay.
So, like, I did a green bean recipe, and with that one, I did like Kernersville in the first slide. I did Arcadia, which is where I'm located, in the next one. I did Greensboro in the next one. So I tagged multiple different cities for that thing.
Gotcha.
So, anyways, any other questions?
I don't think so. No.
Hey, did I hear you say right when you do the business page, all of your posts are automatically public? Did I hear you say that or not?
If you had a public, okay, hold on a second. If you have an Instagram business profile, your profile will be public on Instagram. But it doesn't no longer automatically post from Instagram to your private Facebook. It would post from a public Instagram page to a business profile on Facebook. If it was auto posting, but I don't know that it lets you have a private personal figure page on Instagram. But you can still use stories without being a public figure. You just may not have all of the bells and whistles. I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out with Kayla, but you don't have to have, you just won't be able to see the insights and stuff. Which is nice to figure out what your demographic is and what they watch and what they need and all that stuff. But so yeah. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for me. The things that I'm focusing on are, I've realized, hi, give me 1 second, I'll get you squeezed back, okay? I've realized that I need to not do more than 1 to 2, maybe 3 clips of my kids in a row, because people swipe away. I mean, they love my kids, but they don't want to see 6 stories of Aiden talking to Henry. Same with my workout videos. Someone most likely will not watch my whole workout in stories. So just picking a couple moves and putting it on there. So I'm learning, but I'm seeing a rise in my Instagram activity, and my Facebook followers following me on Instagram, which I think has been important, because those people that have been watching me and I've been having conversations with for a long time are now getting this backstage pass, and hopefully it will help with conversations down the road.
Yeah.
So, any other questions you can think of that you want me to go over? It's a cool feature. Definitely check out those 2 trainings though.
Have you used Facebook stories at all?
I haven't, and I think there's an auto post option where your stories can auto post to Facebook stories.
Okay.
And when it popped up, I selected no, but now I'm thinking I should have just let it auto post to Facebook stories too. So I got to go back in there and see if I can change that. But why would anybody watch Facebook stories?
I don't watch them.
I don't either. It's a different demographic on Facebook. So I don't know. I have not dabbled in Facebook stories at all, but it's just, I would assume it's the same concept, just without all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. So that's all I've got.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. If y'all have any other questions, let me know. Watch those 2 trainings for sure, because they give you several different tools to use with Instagram, like a hashtag generator. So it tells you how to generate the right hashtags for you. And there was several different tools that I was really impressed with. So definitely check out those two trainings.
Okay.
All right. We're good to go.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye.